Halloween. Oh, wait.
No.
No. That's the Halloween thing.
Oh, sorry.
It's gotten so out of control. Happy DocMas residents. I'm fucked. So this is my limit of coffee, and we're now going past it.
Episode 3.
Yeah.
I mean, just for the record, you picked this as the challenge.
Yeah, I know, because every year I pick a thing I shouldn't do.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, fair.
Like,
I don't know why I said that like it was a gotcha.
Yeah. We could have gotten out of this by doing something else you can't do.
Yeah.
If anything, I was like, maybe this will be all right. I drink coffee every day. Nope.
Yeah, what's something else you can't do?
Yeah.
We could every episode we'll organize comics.
Oh, all right. Fucking asshole. You bitch. That's the bitchiest thing you've said in a long time.
Well, yeah, it's been a long time.
They're organized now. Look at how well organized they all are.
You have 2 Starman books there and 1 there.
Wow, you went to that way too quickly.
It's been bugging me all day.
Yeah, because
there are 20 books between 2 things called Starman.
Yeah, because you told me to put all those ones that go together, and then that's a whole different book.
No.
Because some of these are a collection of like the important stories or whatever. That
and so is the other Starman one. Does the Golden Age Starman, and then that's the other Starman series.
Well, I got that one after you told me to put those together.
So I couldn't possibly insert it where it goes logically.
No.
I'll just put it here between fucking Sandman and Supergirl.
Nice.
Easy.
Welcome to the Dr. DC podcast. My name is producer Richard, and across from me is the doctor himself.
Doctor's got claws.
Oh my god, I was watching the Muppets Christmas Carol last night.
Classic.
The best Muppets movie.
Maybe the best Christmas movie.
Possibly. Yeah. And I always forget the scene where they end up going to Scrooge's like childhood like school.
Yeah.
But there's that cat there, and it's got the funniest meow.
Yes. That cat's incredible.
It's so good, and I forget about it every time, and then just see it in the background with Rizzo running.
Then there's also, I mean, it's not at the school. It's a little bit later in that sequence. Maybe the saddest song in any...
They cut it, though.
Well, just get the one where it's not cut.
I know, but it's hard to find now.
Isn't the full one on Disney Plus?
No, that's cut there because they don't have the original.
I guess because I've got the disc.
Yeah,
I have it.
So the DVD is the only copy right now that has it.
Oh, okay. Because I guess that's how I've been watching it.
They put out the remastered version of it, and that doesn't have it because Disney recently remastered it, but don't have the original cut that has it. So it's gone.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah.
That's why it's gone?
Yeah. They don't have it.
Oh, that's fucked.
The closest to an actual like film version they have is like the VHS.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So they just like
can't. I mean, come on, Disney. Just pony up treat it like the Snyder Cut. $50 million. Get a CG team in there. Put the sad song. #, put the sad song back in Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah. They literally just don't know where it is.
Release the sad cut.
Yeah, it's the love was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got rid of it because it was too sad for kids.
I mean, very sad.
Yeah, but the problem is
but that's why I'm here, baby.
But that's the problem is without it, it's so fucking weird because then you just basically cut to everybody being really, really sad.
Yeah,
and which is weird. And then the last fucking song is "The Love We Found," which doesn't make sense if you don't have "The Love Is Gone."
That's right. Yeah, where's the artistic integrity, Disney?
Fucking
giant corporation. Where's your artistic integrity?
You've had such a great standing on that so far. This year, like every year prior, we release an episode for the 12 days leading up to Christmas.
That's right.
Which we record all in a single afternoon.
Yeah, baby.
And this year, we are drinking cups of coffee every single one, and I am feeling it.
Yeah, you're approaching Jim Carrey levels of Wired. Yeah.
Want to have a riddle?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Want to have a riddle?
Yeah, you know that saying.
Were you about to say, do you want to know how I got these scars? But then you were like, that's the Joker and joke. Not. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I said, you want to have a riddle. The famous phrase from the
want to have a riddle. I hope he says his catchphrase, want to have a riddle.
You want to know how I got these riddles?
My father was a puzzle man.
Yeah. Why so puzzly?
Mommy does the crosswords in pen. Daddy doesn't like that.
Why so curious?
Oh.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And then Bane. Why so serious, Joker? Why so curious, Riddler? Why so furious,
Oh,
Bane?
yeah. Hell yeah.
Why so
Uh-oh. You had it. Or you shouldn't have pushed
a
it.
rhyming word is spurious, but there's not a good villain to put with that.
No.
Not an easy one, at least.
No. There's
Yeah.
no other ones.
Anyway,
If you have one, send it to us.
episode 3, Momentum, dead.
Yeah. Glad we're here.
I am.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
I missed you, man.
So, third cup of coffee.
3 cups in. I gotta tell you how I feel.
Yeah. Weirdly, alcohol never had this reaction, but
No, caffeine
coffee.
makes me honest.
So, this is a Guatemala coffee.
Nice.
A Guatemala.
For a second, I thought you were, because there is that coffee that like,
The cat pee one?
yeah, that it like eats and then it shits it out. And then, like,
it's fucking weird. I don't want that. This is Guatemalan coffee. It's a little bit closer to a dark roast.
yeah.
What do we got here? I think that's all the information this thing. It gives me more in the book. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can get the book.
Here. There you go.
All right, so Guatemalan coffee is all right. So the 9th day of this Advent calendar.
Oh, okay.
So the region it comes from is Huantanango, Coben, and Verapaces. Yeah,
Here.
those are all. No, it's fine.
It's not. We just
Feta
lost all our Spanish listeners.
Feta Cogagua. And it's tasting notes of cherry, chocolate, and sweet.
Interesting.
Again, those are not 3 tasting notes you can use together. Cherry and chocolate, sure. Sweet is not as the same as cherry and chocolate. Feta Cocagua is a cooperative organization made up of 20,000 members.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a packer. As the leading exporter of coffee in Guatemala, it's the perfectly positioned to provide certified main grades and micro lot specialties.
Interesting.
Do you want to read the actual thing?
I would like to, because I'm just curious what they are. I couldn't get it from how you were saying.
What, my perfect diction?
Region. Oh, wow. Huehuetenango. Yeah. Huehuetenango.
Sure.
Coban. Verapaces. Yeah.
There. Whatever. I know romance languages.
Yeah, baby. They always say like 100% Arabica varieties, but I think I read that every coffee is
Everybody's
Arabica now.
Arabica.
Like,
Yeah.
are there any like wild coffees out there that are like of original other? You know, like when you see like bananas are another monoculture, but you know when you see like what a banana actually is versus like how we've genetically modified them over the years by breeding out all the stuff we didn't like, and like a real banana is like grainy, dense. There's seeds in it.
Yeah,
it's like
fucked.
Yeah, it's fucked. But are there still like there must still be wild coffees somewhere, right? They're just not being like
I doubt
mass,
it, honestly.
Grown or something.
I doubt it.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's not a thing that
real precarious position for a giant industry to have a monoculture.
Yeah.
Easily wiped out.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's part of the problem, which
It's
is
the
like,
problem with bananas. Yeah.
yeah, but it's also part of the problem with like that's happening right now with coffee, which is like we're potentially hitting a part where the prices are going to go up because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, one hurricane fucking season and you're fucked.
I think like, is like cacao the same way?
Yep.
Too. Yeah.
But Robusta, which is the other sort of varietal of coffee.
Oh, okay.
So it's
I've never heard anything other than Arabica, but everyone puts it on like it means something. But
so people used to use Robusta because it you could get a heartier crema from it, but the problem is like Robusta tastes like shit.
Right.
So if you're gonna put it in something just to get like more crema, it's like it's not worth the flavor that you're getting out of it. It just looks different or is like thicker.
Right.
The Robusta is just like because it's a heartier coffee. It's just like it's just doesn't taste good.
Sure.
And
right.
so yeah, it's all Arabica. Don't fucking ever fall for that trap.
Yeah, this is good. I like this Guatemalan.
Yeah. It's good. It's a little. You're getting definitely some good chocolate in there.
I don't find it as interesting as the
and that's the thing.
the previous one.
roast.
Again, yeah,
You're hitting one note.
I am enjoying my little foray into lighter roasts.
Yeah. When you can start really fucking with like light roasts, especially, it takes a little bit of getting used to, and you have to sort of change your mindset about coffee. But you're actually, I mean, there's a lot of mixed messages about whether lighter roast is actually higher in caffeine,
right?
Because there's no consensus on that, but that's theoretically the truth. Is that you're cooking?
You should do more light roasts. You're handling this so well.
Yeah. There's a mix of stuff in there. I don't know what we're going to get, so we'll find out.
You're shaking so much.
I am going to lose my mind.
Yeah. Can you just say it was me, Barry?
It was me, Barry.
That's how much you're shaking.
Yeah, I know. I can't hold this iPad. It keeps falling through my hand.
Yeah, he's phasing.
Yeah, falling through the chair. But time for the first question.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, first question comes from Facebook.
Going to the face and the book. Going to the Facebook.
It'll be interesting because, like, in previous years, I've just stopped talking or like gotten slower.
Yeah, you're gonna talk more.
Yeah, probably, and go faster.
Yeah,
you're gonna have a 10-minute
11 minute. Yeah.
Well, I got through 30 questions. I don't know how.
Yeah, we cleared the mailbag.
Yeah.
It's done.
First question comes from John Spees. It's not my carrots, it's John Spees.
Oh, God, I missed that.
It's a great joke.
Great drop.
If they were able to make a Fables TV show,
right,
do you think it would work better as a cartoon or live action show? Who would you pick to be the showrunner?
I mean, interestingly, where I don't think most things always need a live action component, I think for me, Fables would work that way because the whole point is that these things that are from story and legend come to our world. So there's kind of like there's a narrative reason to adapt it to live action.
I think,
as opposed to like a Justice League thing, other than trying to make a bunch of money at the box office, it's probably better suited to animation in general. They could do all their powers. You can show like how they move in an easier way. Like, it's more adaptable for like superhero stuff. But because this thing is about like entering the real world, about the blurring of this line between like myth and legend and truth and all these kind of things, which is what Fables is, that would be neat. But then I think you need, not that it would go from animated to this, but you need some sort of like visual language to separate those things, because when they do go back, it should feel different. I wouldn't want it to be like full, now it's animated like Roger Rabbit sort of thing, but like I think I want some sort of like tangible shift when they do go back, or where you see the way it used to be or whatever. I'd want that distinction to be really visual.
I wouldn't hate a combination of animated and live action. Sure. I think that would be nice. I think a potential other way to do it, though, is Muppets.
Huh.
Or puppets, I guess, in the situation.
No, the Muppets.
Yeah. But I think that's a way to do it.
Yeah.
To like, and I've seen like the combination of like real people and puppets have like gone forever.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good way to like do the transition. Is also like when people are like, because there's a big problem where like some characters aren't like, don't have the masking sort of thing.
Yeah.
So you're always dealing with the like, oh, what are they like, their actual sort of visages or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's a thing we need to solve for. I think puppets are a way to do that, where it's like they are different and from a different place.
That's interesting.
I think that's a way to do that.
Yeah, it's interesting because so much of it too is that they're supposed to be blending in.
Yeah,
but there is you have to suspend disbelief at a certain point. So now it's just debating like at what point do you suspend it? You know?
Exactly.
That's interesting. But yeah, I think in general, live action is probably better suited for Fables.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and who would we pick to be the showrunner?
Oh God, Sarah Gamble.
Sure. I'm gonna say Dan Harmon.
Interesting. To be honest, I don't know enough showrunners.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
This is sacrilege in all of these pop culture circles, but like, I just want to see the thing.
You know who?
If the story's good and I like the characters, it's great. I don't,
Or Damon Lindelof.
I like Damon Lindelof. but
He's a little heady for Fables.
I don't know about that necessarily, but no, do you know what? I have one. Brian Fuller.
Eric Kripke.
I mean, listen, we've voiced our Kripke issues, but we also have said he's a perfect fit for the boys.
Yes, because
in a way, Fables is also a little mean-spirited. That's the thing we were talking about when we did the episode on Bill Willingham is like this real conservative. There's this real like kind of like weird, kind of mean undercurrent to Fables. Like you laugh, but Kripke might not be the worst pick.
Who
for
might
that.
be a slightly better one is Seth Rogen.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like what he's done with.
Or you
like
go
Creature and stuff.
Or if you want it to have more mainstream appeal, just get a Favreau.
Sure.
Make it happen.
All right. Next question. We're leaving Facebook and going over to Twitter.
That's Twitter.
From my wife's boyfriend. Oh yeah. Fuck. That's exactly the level of like fan base that we have.
Yeah.
Fucking Sublife forever.
Listen, hey, hashtag Sublife. Gonna start getting a bunch of Navy listeners.
If you ain't simping, you ain't a listener of ours.
The Navy and sandwich artists.
Fuck yeah.
Hashtag Sublife. Both of them will be surprised.
Yeah.
It's the third kind.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. My wife's boyfriend
love that.
Asks, now that the Arrowverse is basically a thing of the past,
right?
What do you think about using Green Arrow as a whole universe starting point? And did they ultimately do a good job with that universe?
Here's the thing. Some ignoble ends.
You're really shooting for words that you don't fully feel confident in today.
I'm maybe this is how the coffee's affected me. Some ignoble ends, like Legends just getting canceled sucked.
Yeah.
Batwoman having to recast and, had that kind of weird hiccup and then like over after 3 seasons. That kind of, that's tough. Superman and Lois kind of being more of its own thing.
Yeah.
That's tough. But also, let's remember that when Arrow hit the air, the plan was not to make a universe of shows.
No.
It certainly wasn't to be like a generally pretty exciting and good adaptation of superheroes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was meant to. It was trying to capitalize on like the Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
The Dark. You guys seen the Dark Knight? That first season is like extremely like real, all that kind of thing.
God, that fucking first season.
But
sucks.
season 2 taking a weird turn into, kind of powers, introducing Barry, having a backdoor pilot for Flash, like they very quickly kind of changed tracks, but that wasn't like the architecture of Arrow. But I will say this, despite, the Flash kind of falling off in later seasons and stuff like that, the heyday of the Arrowverse, when all the shows were on and they were doing these big crossovers,
season 4,
from season 2 of Arrow, and then the next year, season 3 of Arrow, season 1 of Flash, up to like season 5 or 6. I mean, frankly, I should go a bit further, but generally, like season 5 or 6 of Arrow. Crisis is a lot of fun. I don't know if it's the best crossover they did, but like the heyday is maybe like a 4 or 5 year period where it's like amazing. And I think we probably get to Crisis on Earth X, which is the best crossover they did. Yeah. It's great. And it might be like, like I know Kyle has said this a bunch, people kind of sleep on it, or it's easy to shit on the CW or stuff like that. But like over there on TV, they pulled off like a very competent, very good superhero universe that was telling comic booky stories and having fun and having some drama and some melodrama and some romance. And they were like doing all of those things on shows with different tones. Yeah. Legends had embraced its like weird, silly crap. The Flash was this very like earnest kind of slightly, melodramatic thing. Arrow was like a full soap opera. Like they were doing different things, but they all meshed like great, like true success. And I think, with some time and obviously with acknowledging that there were some, it didn't necessarily end on its terms.
Yeah.
A real accomplishment.
Totally.
But again, I think it'd be a mistake to say, like, did they pull it off when they started with Green Arrow?
Sure.
It's like they weren't planning that. Yeah. But they started with Green Arrow, but Green Arrow was already being made Batman, and it's not, ideally you build something around a Superman.
Yeah.
I think.
I agree.
But for what they were doing, they totally pulled it off.
Yeah, I think that they've done it better than anybody else has.
Yeah.
I think that as good as the Netflix sort of Marvel stuff was
at that scale and on TV and stuff. I mean, famously, the Marvel Netflix stuff does not land the team up.
No,
there are some great individual seasons of stuff in there, but they absolutely fail the team up.
Best case scenario, each of their characters, and not even all of them, got one good season.
Yes, that's true, because Iron Fist did not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think like Luke Cage's first season was great.
Yeah.
Daredevil,
I would say season. Well, I would say season 1 and 3.
Oh, yeah, 1 and 3. Sorry.
And the first half of 2. The Punisher stuff is great. And then when it's like we have to set up defenders, it's like,
exactly.
Season 1 of Jessica Jones is amazing.
Incredible. Probably my favorite of all of them.
Yeah, actually.
But that's the thing. Like
but like, just off the top of my head, what are like the best seasons of the Arrowverse? Like, not even talking about their crossovers.
Flash's like first 3 seasons are incredible.
Flash first 3 seasons unassailable, pretty much.
Yeah.
Arrow seasons 2 and 3 and 5 are amazing. Legends season 2 is so good because season 1 is like really disappointing.
It's hard to get through.
Legends season 2 and 3 are amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
I think CW did it better. I think.
Yeah.
And I still think that there's good individual seasons for this Disney Plus shows, but again, we're getting one season of them that are good.
Yeah, and we sort of still have yet to see
any combination and like integration.
The worlds come together, like the worlds.
The Marvels is probably the first thing we're going to see, I think, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Black Panther yet, but
we've little things have come together in tiny bits, but not in a real big way yet.
No. Yeah. All right. Let us go to the next question, which means we're leaving Twitter and heading over to Instagram.
Now we're going to Instagram, take some questions and answer them.
Wow, I forgot that was even a thing.
I forgot that was even a thing.
It's just, look.
Slow down.
Oh my God. It sounds like you're talking so slow.
Richard, it's the coffee.
I'm on the Flash. Is that what it is?
That's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, yeah. All right. One question from Instagram comes from C. Robin Bear, who asks, what are your predictions for the new Gunn regime?
Yeah, we talked about this. James Gunn is the new co-CEO and head of DC Studios, which is movies, TV, and animation.
Yeah.
And he's finishing up his work on Guardians and all the post stuff over there, but he's been just posting like comic book images. And
is this last Guardians the last Guardians?
It's his last one.
Yes.
Marvel might want to make another, but he said he's
done.
And running DC Studios, he's finishing up his contractual obligations, but like he might not have as much time for.
Do you think he's actually taking like a really active role in this DC CEO?
Oh yeah, he's essentially like he and the other guy are like the co-Feiges, basically.
It's so interesting because like I always think of like a guy like him, like it's so hard for me to imagine him not wanting to just like only direct.
But he might also like I'm sure he'll I think of him like a artistic director of a theater, which is like pick the help you pick the season, you pick creative talent, and you go like, but I want that one, and then you I direct that one. You know what I mean? Like you kind of get to cherry pick your own projects a little bit.
Yeah.
I assume he'll probably do that, and having a co-CEO is maybe part of the architecture of that he can then
go do something.
dive into a project kind of thing.
Sure. I mean, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, what do I think? I mean, right now he's just tweeting like images out and people are thinking too closely about them. Like he wrote like thinking about something, he put up a picture of Kingdom Come and people are like, Kingdom Come movie? And it's like he probably was just like found an image of a bunch of heroes around a table, you know, because it's like people getting together thinking, you know. So I think people are reasonably excited, anxious, curious. I'm excited for it though. I mean, I think he gets a good balance of tone. You know, you got to have a little bit of fun. You got to have something that pulls at the heartstrings.
Yeah,
he loves loves the silly crap. You know, and that's what comics have, silly crap. You have to be part of that. You know, so I'm excited for it. I don't really know what to expect, but he did. He and DC both tweeted the poster for Blue Beetle. It's coming out in June. Which again, I'll believe it when we see it, but
so fucking cool.
But I mean, Batgirl never got like to poster stage.
Well, and
you know what I mean. So like,
it's a beautiful poster. Too.
It's a great poster. Yeah. It looks really good.
All the colors in that helmet.
You know, like I think there's cause to be excited. As always, I think people are going to have like too high expectations.
I mean,
like he's going to come in, we're getting 5 DC movies a year. It's like that's not going to happen. Just enjoy things as we get them, or don't enjoy them. But like I feel good about it.
It's funny watching what like
predictions though. Yeah. Sorry. I think I predict, not to get Lantern fans' hopes up, I predict Green Lantern gets his day in the sun.
Sure.
Like in the scale of movie making in relatively short order. It's so you know, whether that means like 4 years from, you know, development to out in theater or whatever. I that's a prediction for me, is that I think Green Lantern
It's interesting, right? Because I think like I've heard a lot of Gunn interviews and him talk about comics, and like he's like a legitimate fan. He's got the fandom. The thing that with him though is like he loves the weird shit too. He likes the lesser known characters.
But that's why I think Green Lantern's great. On the Guardians thing of like, who's that the crystal guy with a Green Lantern ring? Yeah. Who's that robot guy with a Green Lantern ring?
Like, he may take that on. I don't know. And I think honestly, that's the right type of person for a team like that.
Yeah.
Because I think with him, I worry about him taking on something that's a little bit wild already. Because I think he has such a wild approach.
Yeah.
Guardians was good because there wasn't really it was such a fucking like fragmented comic anyways.
But I mean, like, look, I just pointed to the Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
he pulled the impossible tightrope act of not completely disowning the first movie.
Yeah,
you know, making something totally new, building a world that felt lived in and real. Yeah, there's pathos in it. There's comedy in it. He brings in the crazy alien cosmic thing. We got fucking Starro the Conqueror.
Yeah, like, Lantern is the right approach, I think. Yeah, you know, for him to take on. Otherwise, like, what will he like help greenlight? I mean, it's hard because I think like, he's had the most success in comic book movies with stuff that was either like lesser known or like weird, and so. Like, does he take that as like that's the commercial approach, or is that just something he is specifically good at? And we'll be like, I'm not going to do that I'm not going to like just greenlight that kind of stuff.
I know what you're saying. I think it's good to have someone like him in the room because we know at some point, you know, the law of the market says at some point a Superman movie gets made. Yeah. At some point a Batman movie gets made.
But I do think
you know what I mean? Like maybe not on the time frame everyone has wanted, but like those movies will get made. It's good to have someone in the room to go like Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
Or you know, like whatever, you know.
I think that a thing that I think he will bring is like he understands what works about these characters in a way that I think a lot of these people haven't. Like I think you're going to get a more bright side look at Superman, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Like, I think you'll get a more hopeful Superman, which is...
Do you know what I'd love to see from, like, a DCEU Batman? Is the Outsiders.
Yeah.
I mean, if not see Bat Family, but just, like, a Batman with a team, and the team isn't the Justice League.
Yeah.
Metamorpho, Katana. You know, like... I think that would be fun, and I think that feels like a thing he'd be more interested in.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's hard to say because we haven't really seen him in like a controlling position like this. So it's challenging to know what he would go for.
Yeah.
But he's been a comic book guy since the very beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at all of the stuff that he's done.
I mean, Super.
Yeah.
The first kind of.
Yeah, exactly. But even like, what's the Sucker Punch?
Well, that's Snyder.
Is that Snyder? Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's Snyder. Sorry.
This guy's a Snyder, bro. Get him.
Oh, wait, no.
Get him.
Anyways, that is it for that question. Let's
You
move
disgust
on to the next one. We're going to DocScored.
Good King Doxus last looked scored on the docks of DocScored.
Yeah.
When the snow lays scored about, Docs and scored and
Christmas.
even. Yeah. Doc scored shone the moon that night.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, well, I have a theater degree.
Well, does not make you a good singer.
Trust me, it does not.
All right. Last question.
Okay.
From Mullet Overlord.
All right.
Who asks, why is it that in Superboy's solo title, he is constantly in romantic / sexual relationships with older women, such as Tana Moon and Knockout? Why is this depicted as less disturbing than when Supergirl Matrix is in relationships with older men?
Because it's fucking cool.
It's fucking
yeah.
sick. Nice. Because it's fucking sweet, you goddamn
Yeah,
bitch.
it's dope when dudes do
Yeah.
it. No.
Obviously not.
Tana Moon
Yeah.
reference there. When Superboy, when Con-El kind of first appears at,
Yeah.
during Reign of the Supermen, Tana Moon is a reporter that he meets and he does like an interview with and stuff like that. And yeah, they have a kind of romance thing or whatever. And then, yeah, Knockout later on. But yeah, I mean, essentially Connor he's meant to be like aged up to like 15 or 16.
Nice.
I mean, but that is objectively, you're right to point it out, not different, but treated very different from like a Supergirl character with Lex or, whatever, right? Like, I mean, on the DocScored, they posed the challenge of answer this question without just saying like misogyny, but it's like, it's kind of just sexism that it's like, truly look through all of pop culture. And when it's, like, look at the movie Big, a movie that has a deeply fucked up, like premise.
If that was reversed,
but if that was reversed, that movie doesn't come out.
Yeah.
It's already, weird anyway. I think maybe even at the time, slightly weird.
By weird, you mean nice.
But that movie came out.
Yeah.
But yes, nice. Yeah, I mean, it's the double standard thing, right? Like, I mean, it's, you see it sometimes when like news stories break of like a female teacher gets arrested for like,
being so sweet,
inappropriate relationship with a student or something, and the comments will be like "lucky kid" or whatever.
I know, it's like that's
they got
fucked.
fucking like sexually assaulted.
Yes.
Like that's statutory rape,
Yes.
and they're like, cool.
It's
like
not cool.
It's so fucked up. But like that is, you'll see those comments every time. And unfortunately, I think that is just the obvious answer to it, is just that like it's just a double standard thing.
Yeah.
It's bad. Yeah.
Well, that was the last question.
Fun note to end on. Man, that's a pattern this year.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel.
I can't believe you know this many words from that.
Good King Wenceslas?
Yeah. It's theatrical.
But also
a bit like medieval.
But also like think of like my parents.
Yeah.
It's like,
we're
not listening to pop Christmas songs.
No.
We're listening to songs you hear near a church.
Yes, exactly.
Not because my parents are religious, but just because the old ways are the...
Yes.
My living room.
Oh, I remember.
In my house growing up is like very like Victorian, like deep red walls.
They replaced it with that fucking blue wall. We'll never forgive.
I'll never forgive. I will never forget. Then they redid their kitchen. It's all modern. I don't even know these people.
It's not my house anymore. I mean, you can never go home, can you?
I mean, I won't.
All right. You can talk to us about comic books and other
Hi, Mom.
shit.
By the way, my mom's been listening lately.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm back. We'll change
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, she was like, hey, where's Richard?
Yeah, she missed me.
Easy.
Yeah, mommy missed
That's my mom.
Yeah, it's my mommy, too.
No, I don't like this.
What's up? So you can reach out to us through our various social media platforms. We're Dr. DC on basically all of them. Or some variation
Facebook,
of
Twitter, Instagram, Hive, Reddit, etc.
Yeah, what's that? What's that Democratic?
Oh yeah, Truth Social.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Republican one.
Republican,
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
The doc phone 289.
Yeah, I review the new Kanye West album over on Truth Social. Things are going great.
Yeah. We're on Twitter for as long as that still exists.
Yeah, I think I'm just about done there.
Really?
I just need Hive to shore up its servers,
Sure.
and then I think I'm just about done there.
Give us a review. Subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah, patreon.com/DrDC.
Also, we have a whole other podcast.
Ghost Facers, a supernatural rewatch, baby.
Award-winning podcast.
I'll never tell.
Ciao, ciao.
Adios. I'll tell.
They always fight for what is right. Live with danger and adventure. They are men of might.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.